fast, so quick that, I mean, I thought the chances of us actually going to trial in May had to have been 1%. I mean, that's just in covering enough of these cases and how complicated they are. And also too, when you have a high profile case like this, it doesn't even matter if it's a high profile, to tell you the truth. You have a murder of a child. And the last thing that any state attorney's office is going to want is any complications. And so the more time that they take to get it right and to, focus on the smallest of details in the investigation process, the more of a chance they have at reaching justice. So
Something else of note here is that based on the FDLE, right, based off of the at least 15 weeks to get back an autopsy, to get back toxicology reports, all that stuff. Now that, if we assume it began when she was found, that should be about end of June is perhaps when that's coming back up, right in time for that July retrial.
Right.
So, I mean, that seems like the most obvious.
You don't want to proceed with charges. You don't want to proceed with charges unless you have, an absolute plethora of evidence, that
video of him doing it.
Right. I mean, you don't want to proceed with, charges. Again, our audience was right on the money with our comments from earlier. He's in lockup. He's not going anywhere. He's being held without the opportunity to bail out. So, investigators can make sure that they have all their T's crossed, I's dotted, wait for the toxicology to complete the autopsy report. Now, look, we don't have any inside information that suggests that they don't have the toxicology, they don't have the final autopsy. But as of right now, the last that we had heard from police was during the press conference with Chief Holland. And then I actually reached out to the Kissimmee Police Department about, it was like 2 weeks ago. I put it on Twitter. By the way. I still call it Twitter. X.
The platform formerly known as Twitter.
Yes. That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah. Stephan Stearns. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, okay. Where is that tweet? Here it is. It's been more than 6 weeks since Madeline Soto's body was found. No charges have been filed in her death. I reached out to police today for an update, and they said the Kissimmee Police Department is still diligently investigating. We don't have any updates to share at this time. This is still an open and ongoing investigation. We will provide updates as soon as they become available. We're going to record a quick video for WFLA.com going over the latest on this story. Stand by. A delay in the justice for Madeline Soto, as the trial for the suspect, Stephan Stearns, has been rescheduled for August. He does not appear in court this morning in Central Florida. We have the latest details right here on WFLA.com. JB and Garrett here with you as we break down again what we have just found out from the Osceola County Court online portal. Stephan Stearns, who faces 60 charges in connection with the Madeline Soto case, but not murder charges, was going to appear in court this morning, his first appearance in court on those charges in a pretrial hearing. We have been told, of course, by our sister station in Central Florida that he did not appear, that it was a very brief meeting, but the online court portal, Garrett, tells us that this is now something that's going to be occurring this summer. The exact dates are pretrial hearing on July 10th, and then the actual jury trial August 19th, 2024 at 9 o'clock a.m. in front of Judge Keith Karsten.
Yeah, that's a full 3 months after the original jury trial, which was set for May 13th. As we mentioned previously, Stearns is facing 60 charges. Those are related to child sex crimes involving Madeline Soto, including charges that are sexual battery of a child and possession of child sexual abuse material. Those types of charges are a capital felony, meaning that Stearns, if found guilty, could be facing life in prison or the death penalty.
Meanwhile, on social media, a lot of questions being asked as to when exactly charges will be filed pertaining to Madeline's death, pertaining to the homicide investigation that is in the hands of the Kissimmee Police Department. We reached out to the Kissimmee Police Department a couple of weeks ago. They say that they are diligently investigating, as of course people await updates. If we have any more updates on this story, we'll let you know about it right here on WFLA.com. And with that, wrapping up the video for our website, we're just now going to make the rest of the stream here just about Q&A. Let's just try to take as many questions as possible. To submit a VIP comment, you go to www.heyjb.live, where we had our poll previously. The poll is now down. You can see there that those are the poll results. But if I move this now, I can bring up the opportunity for you to vote, or to not vote, submit a VIP comment. It will look like this. You just put in your name, where you're watching from, and then of course your comment. You check off that box that basically says, yeah, I consent to my comment being on screen, and then it shows up right here on this screen to my left here in the Stream Center in Tampa, Florida. If you don't want to go through all of that, it's more uh, luck if I'm looking at this screen at the right time, but you can use hashtag HeyJB to also be brighter on my screen as well. So let's get to the live comment section and see with what folks are saying. Hashtag KJB from Lorraine on YouTube Live. We need laws to change now. How can we get this done to protect the children from these horrific acts of violence against innocent children? Uh, so I don't think that there's any law in the land that will ever just eliminate evil from this planet. Evil will always persist. Evil will always be present. It's about preventing these heinous acts as much as possible. What kind of laws can be introduced? Is there a law that would have protected little Madeline Soto? That's, I think, part of a larger conversation, and perhaps one with lawmakers or with lawyers.